people know you very well in the sports, but I'm curious about how you want to develop a legacy in fatherhood as a father.
Yeah, that's a great question. I know there's a big responsibility that comes from being the head of the household. Your children are all looking towards you. Your wife is looking towards you as the leader. And if you squander that gift that you've been given of authority, then that's going to lead to your marriage probably not being great, your children maybe leaving the faith and not being the fullest human being that God wants them to be. So that's a big pressure that you have, but I know we all have different personalities, but that definitely motivates me. And I don't know if that's from sports, but when you set a high bar, and we have so many high bars set with great saints in our faith, I can reach for that and say, I'm not perfect, but I know I can improve and I can be better. And it encourages me to know that even if I don't say the right things, if I don't know everything, at least if I love my wife and I try to treat my children with charity and try to, show virtue in all of my decisions, that's going to lay a pretty good foundation for my entire household. And that's kind of what motivates me to make sure I'm, sitting up straight and saying the right things and trying to be the same person no matter if my children are around, no matter if they're not, no matter if I'm away from the family, if I'm with them, just with my wife alone. I need to make sure that I am that authentic man, that Christ-like man that we're all called to be at all times. So it becomes more and more natural for me to kind of push away all those temptations that we have from our original sin and become Christ-like with all the virtues.
It's just refreshing to hear it. I think secular world wouldn't even recognize that, but just that you would say that the husband is the head of the,
Right.
that he, I am the head of this family.
Right.
I think the Catholic world gets that, but I think secularly, that's why we're having a lot of problems. I think men are very comfortable taking a back seat,
Shirking their responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of that has come from bad fathers who they accept that role of like the head of the household as someone that just delegates everything and is basically a corrupt leader, a corrupt king. But you can look at sports, for instance. A great head coach, and I'll give a shout out to my head coach, Andy Reid, is someone that when anything bad happens, he always takes the blame. I'm the head coach, I'm the leader. If something went wrong, even if it wasn't even close to being Coach Reid's fault, he's going to take the blame for it. No one would look at a head coach who got up on the podium after a game and said, yeah, that player really messed up. That coach did an awful job. No one's going to respect that man, right?
Yeah.
We need men to take on that leadership role.